up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Fix-It presents Legendary Gaming. For this Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, my friends, we are talking about a title that I have talked about here before. Actually, it was in Everything We Know So Far video. It was the last time it was spoken about here, which got dropped, and it was a great video. But unfortunately, I think literally the next day, new information got dropped from the source. Oh well, that happens sometimes. But for right now, my friends, I have run through this enough times, and I'm not the only one to have done so. Hey. 20-sided warriors have enjoyed this as well, and now it is time, my friends, for me to tell you the bullet points of why I love HeroQuest. Join me down the table, everyone, and we'll talk about this. Yeah, you knew it was going to be here sooner or later, didn't you? So, of course, I have to tell you exactly why I've been loving on this HeroQuest game. It's true. I had the original. I lost the original. I love the original. May not have played it as much as we played D&D, but still, we loved it whenever this damn game hit the table. So what do I think of this new upgrade, this new version of it? I'm loving it so far. I really am. The fact that they upgraded it and they still kept it the same, which is what everyone really wanted in the first place, I guess. I'm happy to have it again. And I'm happy that I have it in a sense that they want to continue it and they want to grow it. So moving forward in the future, we may start seeing some absolutely beautifully new things in the game. We've already seen a few with the mythic tier level of the game that they came out with, although it's not part of the core set, but we'll get to that. Now, I gotta say that although I enjoyed the original game's miniatures, I think they've done a spot-on improvement on the miniatures right now. I love looking at them. I love playing with them. I love having them in the game. The fact that they're there. And also, let's face it, the upgrade to the furniture, the terrain, the dungeon dressings as it is, making it all plastic. I was a little on the fence with this, tell you the truth, in the beginning. I may have come off that way. I don't really remember if not, but I may have. Because I really did enjoy the cardboard with plastic combination of the original, because I'm not a painter. And at least this one with the cardboard, you get to see it in full color. But I'll tell you, they did such a great job on the miniatures, painted or unpainted. And you've seen them both, painted or unpainted. They really are beautiful. And not just the barbarian and the other heroes, not only the monsters, but the bookshelves, the altar, the table. It all is just so great to look at. And being actual miniatures, the way they pop up on the table when you're looking at them on the board, just really does help bring you into the whole game. Just like diving in head first. Fun campaigns. This game, whether you're playing just the core game or whether you have one of the expansions or maybe something from the mythic tier level, you're going to be playing a fun campaign. Yeah, if you want, you could play any of them as a one-off adventure, and I'm sure you're going to have certain levels of fun with that. But come on, really, this game and the system is meant to be played from the beginning of the campaign book to the end of the adventure. That's how it's really needs to be played out, even if obviously you're not going to do it in one sitting. But to come back to it and play it with that continuity, yeah, you're going to enjoy that. It's going to make the game feel more like an active, living role-playing game environment that you might find in Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder. It is. It's going to be as close to that, I think, as a board game usually pretty much can hope to get. Now, I've mentioned the new Mythic tier level. And one of the things I like to talk about that, well, I like to talk about everything about that. But they did do one, with the core game, they did do one gender swap. That was on the elf. So with the Mythic tier level stuff, which I don't know when or if that's going to be available to the general sales outside of what they did with their fundraiser. But it has gender swaps actually for all of them. So you can play the barbarian or the wizard, the dwarf, the elf. You can play them as either male or female, and you're going to have proper representation on the board. But besides that, the Mythic tier level also brings us new campaigns, one by the original creator of the game itself, and I'm very excited about that. It's also bringing us new heroes, such as the Bard, the Druid, and the Sorceress. Things that were never seen in the original game, but are part of the Mythic tier, the bonus level of stuff. And this does kind of push the boundaries, I think. They're definitely going for a Dungeons & Dragons 5e feel with these new characters. And I feel and fear a little bit that they may be jumping deeper into that as they go on with new expansions in the future. And I hope they keep that light and don't overuse it, overdo it. If they keep it light, I think it'll be better well accepted by the old school core audience, which I think is still the main audience driving this game. But the miniatures in it, the all look great. They even have a miniature, if you know the game, if you're familiar with it from the old days, they even have a miniature for Sir Ragnar, which is like the second adventure where you got to go save the king's greatest knight or retired greatest knight. So they actually have a miniature. It looks like this grizzled old torchbearer of a guy, but hey, it's cool. They have a miniature for Mentor now. So all these new things that they've added with the Mythic tier level is great, and they've also made available two of the most popular of the quest packs, and that's Keller's Keep and the Return of the Witch Lord. So this really shows that the game is continuing, it's growing, and there is so much material. This is called an adventure system because there is so much to do in this game that it's ripe and always has been for home brew, for people to make their own campaigns, their own stories. And if you look online, there's a beautiful and rich history of people creating their own miniatures or repurposing miniatures from other games just for their own campaign in this. There's such a strong following and love for this game in the gaming community. It is absolutely amazing. And to see it back again, and it's going to be continuing growing, I absolutely love it. So these are all the reasons why I've loved it in the past, and I still love it today. So please, if you're a fan of fantasy games, of epic campaign-style stories and adventures, of character growth between stories and said adventures, then please go look at some playthroughs, read some reviews about HeroQuest, and make up your own mind when you get the information. And I think a lot of you out there are going to be highly interested in playing this game. So thank you for listening to me tell you why I love HeroQuest. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Picture presents Legendary Gaming, and I